got my guest
Got you.
on.
Got you.
Trevor, what's going on, champ?
What's going on, guys?
All good, man.
What's
Happy to
going
have
on,
you.
champ?
So how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling real good. Just enjoying this beautiful morning.
So where you at? I hear the birds chirping.
I'm birds chirping, dogs are barking. It's beautiful. No, I'm down in Phoenix right now.
Okay. Nice and warm at least, or is it cold? Be cold in these deserts sometimes.
Yeah, right now it's about 62, so not
Wow.
bad.
So a whole 10 degrees lower than us. We're out here in Vegas. So I'm at 77. But listen, champ, man, I'm happy to get you on. I know that recently you switched managements back in December. You're now with Hector. And I just wanted to know what's shaking, man. I've always wanted to fight with you and Berlanga. I see, that you're pushing for a fight with you and Pacheco. What's cooking with Mccumby?
Man, we really wanted that Berlanga fight. It just didn't materialize. Nothing really happened out of it. So, we're just looking at other avenues, and hopefully we can make this Pacheco fight happen. We've kind of been talking a little bit in negotiations, and we'll see if we can get the deal done if he's ready to fight.
Okay, so your team is in touch with his team.
Yeah, they're talking. Yep.
That's
So
great. Where would that
yeah,
take place? You're in Phoenix. Would that be in Phoenix or LA? Where do you think that will be?
I think Phoenix is highly possible. It's we have a lot of boxing fans down here. I don't know if you've been down to the Desert Diamond Arena down at Westgate in Glendale, but or sorry, Peoria. But yeah, it's nice, man, and I know that we could definitely fill that arena. Sell it out. It'd be a big show. So I think Phoenix is definitely on the radar. LA also, on the radar, and obviously Vegas. So um, we'll see what happens, but I don't see why they wouldn't do it in Phoenix, because we could really sell that thing out.
Now, if you can't land any of these big names like a Berlanga or this Pacheco fight, do you have a backup option to at least stay busy and not stay out of the ring?
Yeah, I talked with Hector about that. He definitely has the ability to get me on cards, and I'm also with Pro Box, so um, you know,
Oh, you're
we
still
definitely have.
promoted by ProBox?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
So they should be getting something for you then here in the near future, hopefully.
definitely, yeah, we have a lot of avenues we can go. So I'm just excited to get back in the ring, man. Really excited.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see you back. Wondering that's why we asked for the interview. Just wondering what was the latest update with you. You know, you had such a great fight with Plant, and now he's scheduled to be back May 31st. So I'm hoping you can get something on the schedule as well.
Yeah, I saw that recently. So yeah, that should be a pretty good card over there. I think that it'll have Jamal Charlo on there. Um, I'd like to see them fight. I wanted to fight Charlo as well. So
I mean, you
I'd
may
like to see
still
them.
get that option. The rumor is those guys are on separate fights. So I don't know. Maybe you
Hmm.
can push for the Charlo fight as well because he's on a separate card. He's the co-main and Plant is the main.
Yeah, I just don't know if they want that smoke. You know, coming back. He's had a pretty long layoff. So I don't. I think they want a softer touch, but yeah, who knows? We'll see. Hopefully, we can get that. But we are like I said, we are pushing for the Pacheco fight, and I think stylistically, it's a better fight for me than even the Plant fight. So
Why do you believe it's a better fight for you than the Plant fight? What does Pacheco like? What holes do you see in his game?
I he's got a little bit slower hand speed. Um, he gets hit a lot. He pulls straight out, gets hit a lot. I see myself landing some big shots on him.
Ryan, you got anything before I go to the people?
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely think Trevor, you and Jamal Charlo is an excellent fight. Why do you think they don't sign up for that? Because it's kind of a measuring stick for Charlo too. Like if he beats you, it's like he's gonna try to outdo Plant, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that they. So I know they almost made that fight with Thomas Lamana, and you know, like no shade on on Cornflake, but I just he doesn't crack the same way I do. So I think they were kind of going down more that avenue than with me.
And you got your guy Lester Martinez who just fought on Pro Box. Is that a future fight for you and him? Mixing it up?
Man, hopefully that'd be a great fight. Um, Honestly, I'm not that impressed with
Wait,
him.
you want that fight?
Down in the future, yeah.
Because they
I
make it
think
seem like they can't get opponents for Mr. Martinez.
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I at this stage of my career, after my last performance, I feel that I deserve another big fight. I don't think that fight is really that big of a fight right now. But in the future, for sure, I would love to fight him. I've never been really that impressed. He's got a big overhand right that he somehow is able to land on some of these guys. But I mean,
Yeah, I associated him with Maidana. What did you think? Like, does he look like our version's Maidana, this generation's Maidana, or am I way off?
that's a pretty good comparison. Um, you know, I think he's maybe a little bit more technical. It's really hard to tell too, man. I mean, his last fight he fought a guy with 9 fights or 11 fights, so with no amateur pedigree. So it's just hard to say. And as you guys know, a lot of boxing is just smoke and mirrors until you get in there and show what you can do with higher level guys. So.
Absolutely. Well, we got a couple questions from the people. We'll get to these and get you out. We got Toledo Treese in Ohio that says, "What's the hardest thing to cut from your diet during training camp?"
Cut for my I'd say probably the carbs, man. I love carbs, so I don't entirely cut out carbs, but I get a lot of my carbs from like fruit and stuff like that. So I'd say like pastas and rice. Like I love pasta and rice, and I'd say like midway through camp I'll start upping my carbs a little bit, but like during my cut, yeah, when that cuts out, man, that's pretty rough.
So when you have to cut out rice, you can't even eat like 1 cup of rice in the whole day?
So when I'm 3 weeks out, that's really when I cut out I guess more complex carbs. So I will get some in the morning. I'll usually do like an oat bran bowl with hemp seeds and chia seeds and fruit, and that's really my big source of carbs in the morning, and that gives my body enough time throughout the whole day to just burn through all that.
Now, for weight cutting purposes, can you eat like unlimited strawberries and berries, or is that not true?
I think there's a common misconception with sugar. Like people hear, "Oh no, I'm not going to eat fruit. There's sugar." It's the sugar in fruit is complex, so it's not going to spike your insulin levels as bad as you did like if you ate a candy bar or a Twinkie or something like that. So yeah, I mean I'll probably do 2 to 3 cups of blueberries almost every day.
Okay. Okay.
Not in one sitting, but throughout the whole day.
Hmm. We got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Why the long time out the ring, champ? Get back in there and do your thing.
Yeah, man. So last year, end of November, I had my second baby girl. So I have two daughters now. And just taking time with the family. Last year I was away from my family for on and off like about 7, 8 months. So that was just kind of rough. I just really wanted to like be here for my family for support. My wife, she just needs some help, with the kids and with a brand new baby. So now we're kind of in the groove, and we're feeling good, and I'm ready to head up to camp.
Congratulations to you and
Yeah,
yours, man.
man. Congratulations on the addition to the
Thank you,
family.
thank you guys, thank you.
We got Octo that says, "Yo, champ, what's your favorite music artist? And give us one good movie we should watch."
My favorite music, man, I love music in general, man. I listen to rock, country, hip hop. I haven't really listened to a lot of the new age hip hop. But I've always been a fan of Post Malone. Um, he seems like a really good guy, and I like his music. Um, and then I love listening to worship too. Elevation worship, Hillsong. Um, yeah, I love listening to worship music too all the time. And then movie to watch. Um, Thriller movies. So if you guys like thriller movies, Michael Douglas, the Game. That movie will kind of blow your mind. It's pretty wild movie.
Man, that's probably an old one, right? Because Michael Douglas, he's an old
Yeah.
actor.
I love watching old movies too. My wife gets on me about it. She's like, I don't want to watch this movie. It's from the '90s, and I'm like, yeah, it's a great movie though.
90s was the better era, man. We got
Oh man.
Adrian Rodriguez. He says, "What's up, Mccumby?" Adrian from Central Florida. Let's say you do get that next big fight with Pacheco or Berlanga. Would you ever walk out with a country artist, and who would it be? Bring back country music.
Man, that would be dope. That would be super cool. I would love to do that, man. Um, who would I want? I don't know. I feel like Jelly Roll's pretty hot right now, so that'd be pretty dope. Him or man, I would be honored to have like Chris Stapleton. That'd be dope.
Nice. We got Dominant
Shout out
OK.
Adrian.
Shout out Adrian. We got Dominant OKC. He says, "What's good? Thank you for coming on TBV for an interview. My question is, using active male boxers today, build your ultimate boxer using defense, speed, footwork, and power." So basically, he wants you to take those attributes from specific fighters. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, you got it.
Did he say current, or I could choose
Active,
anybody?
yeah, active.
Active. Okay,
He didn't
active.
exclude yourself either.
I would take my power. I would take hmm I'd say Canelo's chin, Shakur's defense, and
Speed and footwork.
speed and footwork. Hmm. Speed. Man, who's take that? I'll take Ryan Garcia's speed and footwork. Man, I don't know. Can I say Loma?
Yeah, why not?
Loma, man, Loma. Yeah, like go back and watch. I love watching him move, man. Watch the angles and pivots, and switching the hips, and beautiful, man. He's getting around guys. So I always remember I watched Loma and Walters live because I fought on that same card, and man, just watching him make him quit, just from frustrating him.
Yeah.
He couldn't find him. So yeah.
Let's see. Next one is Talk Trends. What made you get into boxing?
I got into boxing when I was 7. My dad got me into it, and there was, I would say, like some days when I was that little, I didn't really want to do it, and I fell in love with it. I think mid, I'd say like midway through my amateur career, I started really loving it. I love the competition. I love taking another man's soul, and just going to war. I love boxing.
Michael Blackston, dear McCumby, that fight with Plant was badass and you earned a lot of respect. What was going through your mind when Plant was showing his relentlessness, and also who can realistically be your next opponent?
Uh, I'd say in that Plant fight, man, you can go back and watch it. I was really just having a lot of fun. I felt like a lot of some of my other fights, and I still don't feel you've seen the best me. So getting that experience and everything was great for me. But yeah, I thought, we're in a fight, and I knew we were going to be in a fight. So I just wanted to dig deep, and you know, I should have switched up a lot of things in those fights, and or in that fight, and you know, from it and move forward. But what was the second part of the question? Who I'm gonna fight?
Yeah, realistic opponent.
Prob
Yeah.
I would say really, really realistic. We're feeling pretty good about Pacheco. So if he's ready to go, then let's get it on. Let's do it. Let's have a showdown.
What month would you be looking at?
What month?
Yeah,
Um,
realistically, what month would you want to be walking into the ring?
Probably June. June, yeah.
All right. Bones 13, Fort Worth, Texas. How was Plant's power, and who do you think would win, Plant versus Berlanga? Thanks, champ.
Um, he didn't punch. He didn't punch very hard. Respectfully, he's not anywhere near like some other guys that I've been hit. Even I don't know, earlier in my career, some of the guys that I fought coming up, some guys are just born with thudding power. So yeah, he didn't punch very hard.
Alex Vega from Palm Beach, South Florida. What's the main goal right now? Fighting a world champion or fighting a name?
At the end of the day, I want to win belts. I want to win a world title. That's been a dream of mine since I was a young kid. But I also want to take care of my family and uh, have big fights and make the biggest fights. I think now, most importantly, I think a lot of people are kind of turning away from the belts, and they would just want to see good fights, fights that intrigue people, fights that make people excited. Um, so I think I think at the end of the day, whatever the fans want, if the fans are going for a all action fight, and there might not be a belt on the line, but I really don't think people really care too much nowadays. Just with the landscape of just all these YouTube boxing fights and everything else, I feel like that's kind of changed the dynamic of the sport a little bit. But I think in a way it brings a lot of excitement. People just want to see great fights.
I have LBC's most wanted, Mccumby. Let's get the Pacheco fight in LA next. No, so just a
Let's
statement.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's get the fight. I don't know about I gotta root for my second hometown, Phoenix. I think it'd be great in Phoenix, but LA would be dope too.
Major media. If you was not a pro boxer, what would your ideal regular 9 to 5 be?
Man, I was talking to my brother about that recently. Like what's next after this? Um, I think a lot of people in life they were even in their 40s and 50s, they're like, I don't know what I want to do. Um, I gotta I gotta really do a little soul searching and figure out what that is. I love helping people, so I thought about going into EMT firefighting, stuff that can contribute to my community. But I'm really not too sure. I love I'd love to get more involved in my church when I have more time. Um, but yeah, not too sure. Probably down that line of work. Something that contributes to the community.
Damn. That sounds amazing, man. We don't really hear people say that. We usually hear people want more money, not to give back. So shout out to you, man. Um,
Thank you. Yeah.
Mad Bent, Kansas City, by way of the Caribbean. How do you prepare yourself mentally for a fight?
I do a lot of prayer and worship and just fill my mind with positive good things, and I just get in that mode. I get in that robotic mode, like ain't gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me. I'm the best in the world, and to truly believe that. Um, but yeah, I think with every fighter, as you ramp up in camp and you start peaking out, man, you start feeling invincible. You feel like nobody can stop you. So, yeah, just prayer, worship, a lot of positivity, man. And you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun doing it, then what are you doing? But
All
yeah,
right, we got Dre Day. Salute, champ. Which boxer did you spar or fight in a real match that has the most power?
um, I'd say early in my career, sparring with there was a lot of Russian guys over at Robert Garcia's boxing academy. So some of those guys could really crack. Trying to think of that guy's name. Uh, he fought. I think he fought Canelo early. He had he's a Mexican fighter. He has some spots in his skin and stuff. I'm trying to remember his name, man. But that dude was just so crafty, very slow. Had no speed to his punch at all. But man, that dude could really crack. I'm trying to remember it. Let me look it up real quick.
Well, while we wait for that, don't forget to hit that thumbs
Yeah.
up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. He should be back in just a second. Great guy. Looking to get you guys that answer. Tavon Burns, member for 11 months, says, whatever happened to the co-host Mike? Good dude. Mike got married and has a job, yo. He's like
Shout out to Mike. That
married.
was
Sorry, guys. We'll just
all
move
good.
on. Sorry about that.
Can't find it, no worries. Um, we got Capicu in Passaic, New Jersey. Last outing was a good performance, although you fell short. What do you think of a Berlanga fight, and is that something you would want?
That's something I would love, man. I would love that fight. I think everybody would love that fight, man. It'd be a great fight. We both can punch, and it'd be a great war, man. I think Berlanga goes down, and my hand is raised, but everybody would love to see that fight.
Yeah, I've been calling for that one for a while. At one point, I thought you was from
I
Orlando because
remember,
I
yeah.
went to see your fight with Chris Pearson in Florida, and you had so much people there. I'm like, oh, this would be perfect for him in Orlando. Oh shit, he fell off.
Nah, you ain't. I think he was still on.
You there?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
okay, you're there.
yeah.
All right, so I was saying that when I seen your fight in Orlando, I mean in Plant City with Chris Pearson, I came back to this show saying, look, a fight with this guy and Berlanga in Orlando would be a movie. I thought you was from Florida the way you had that many people. I didn't know you were not from Florida. So, yeah, I don't know why that fight hasn't happened yet. I thought Matchroom for sure would have done that. Obviously, he's a
Yeah,
free agent now.
yeah. I'd love to make it happen. But what's crazy is that was the first time I ever fought in Florida. If I believe in the pros. So yeah, that was crazy, man. It was I got a lot of love that night for sure in Florida.
Could have been the style. I thought maybe those were tickets you sold, but obviously it was an exciting fight. Regardless, it gave me the impression that you and him in Orlando would be even bigger. I got Mosby. What up, Travis? Actually, Clemente from Phoenix. Will you still be fighting for Pro Box, or are you free to go anywhere you'd like?
Right now, I'm with ProBox, but we can still work with all
Everyone.
promoters. So,
Yeah.
and that's a great thing, man.
Shout out to Gary Jonas. Definitely working with everybody. Donald from
Yeah.
Baton Rouge says, would you fight Jake Paul or run it with Canelo?
I'd rather run it with Canelo. I wanna fight the best in the world.
Nice.
Um, no disrespect to Jake Paul. Um, I think that I think it'd be it just it's just not something that I'm really that interested in.
We got Robert Ortiz from Vegas that says, would you fight Terrence Crawford to get him ready for Canelo?
Would I fight him to get him ready?
Give
Just, I mean,
make I guess for us, you'd be showing us, is he ready?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, that I would take that fight. Sure,
Really?
I would take that fight. I think it's yeah, I would.
How
Yeah,
do you
take
crack
that
that
fight. Like I
Terrence
said,
Crawford code? You think it just comes down to pressure? I mean, Velasquez did have some success with pressure. Do you think it just comes down to bullying him?
yeah, bullying him. I mean, he's one of the best fighters in the world. So, like I said, I love to compete. I love to see where I'm at. I love to see am I the best in the world, and that's ultimately like why us fighters fight. We fight we fight for our legacy. We fight for the competition. We've been doing that since we were little. So yeah, I would definitely take that fight. I think you gotta rough him up. But he's definitely a puzzle piece that you really got to figure out. I'd have to do a lot of film study and just see, some of his moves, what he does, and but yeah, I think you definitely got to rough him up for sure.
All right. We got Ali and Dago. Trevor, who do you think wins, Canelo or Bud Crawford?
I'm gonna just go out on a limb, and I think Crawford is gonna outbox him and win by unanimous decision, maybe a split.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Oh,
Rod
shout
in
out to
LA.
Bud.
Shout out to Bud. Rod in LA. If you were to have a rematch with Plant, what would you do differently to get the victory?
Just adapt when he adapts. He made a turn and started putting a little bit more pressure on me. Um, at that point, I strategically was just trying to get him a little tired. That's why I was on the ropes, and it backfired on me because I kept doing it round after round, which was just stupid. Um, I have really good feet, and I should have used my feet and used my jab, but you know, hindsight's 2020. I know what I gotta work on and move forward, man. I think you're gonna see the best Trevor Mccumby this next fight coming up.
Trevor, do you have a farm?
Uh, I live on a irrigation property. So yeah, it doesn't look like Phoenix.
You broke up. You said it doesn't look like what?
It doesn't look
All
like
right, saying,
Phoenix, man. It looks like I'm just in the woods. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Nice and
It's just
peaceful
this.
looking
It's
out
this
there.
little. Yeah, man. It's this little pocket in Peoria that they people have chickens and horses, and so it's a cool little pocket here. It definitely does not resemble. Uh,
All right. So anything that you've answered, you don't have to answer. I'm just, reading it to give that person their shout out. But this question was presented differently, so maybe you do have a separate answer. It's a two-parter. Spider Rico in Oregon says, what are your feelings and opinions surrounding Jake Paul in boxing? And would you move up in weight if he offered you to fight?
If I was offered that fight and I had no other options, or you know, I think everybody knows the money is really good. So yeah, I would go up and fight him if it was the right time and everything. You know, like I said, I would rather take the Canelo fight. Uh, I want to prove myself to the world, and I think Canelo's getting a little bit over the hill. Um, but and then just Jake Paul in general. I mean, I think what he's doing for the sport is a great thing. He's bringing a lot of eyes to the sport. Um, he's doing a lot for fighters. You know, paying them really well. Um, you know, I think he's talking about trying to get some sort of um, pension or retirement on for his fights. So I think he's doing a lot for it, and I think it's really good. And he's bringing a lot of eyes to the sport. I mean, the man made that deal with Netflix. I think that was crazy. You know.
All right, we got Who Dat TV from Toronto, Canada. You had the plant fight in your bag, but once he had you in the inside, in the pocket, everything fell apart. What happened? Were you not expecting to fight on the inside?
No, I was actually expecting it. And it's just kind of the same answer that I gave, earlier. Um, should have used my feet. Uh, should have used my feet. I should have got on my feet and used my jab and just showed him my levels. But I wasn't able to do it.
Huang out of Houston, much respect for giving us an exciting fight with Caleb Plant. Have you considered a bout with So Cold Steve Nelson? Your style would make for an entertaining clash. That's Terrence Crawford's buddy who did fight Pacheco last. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, it was a good fight. Uh, I think I would take that fight. No disrespect to Steve, but yeah, I think that'd be a good fight for me. And he's getting a little bit older too, so I don't think he'd be able to hang in there with me, but I think that'd be a great fight. Yeah, good fight.
Would you be willing to fight him on the Canelo card? Can you be ready for that? Because he was trying to get Berlanga to agree, and he was claiming, air quotes, that that fight could have been on the Canelo undercard with
Mhm.
Crawford, right, in September. So I'm saying, would you be willing to take it for September if he could somehow get you guys on the undercard?
So um, we'll just have to see if the
You're breaking up, Trev. Can you get closer to the Wi-Fi signal? You're freezing up. We didn't hear your answer. You hear us now?
Yo, we can hear the birds, so
All right. He dropped off.
ah man, I wanted to hear what he's saying. Say,
He's back.
okay,
no, I definitely want to fight before September. I want to fight in June, but if the stars line, we can make it happen in September for sure. I would definitely like that fight.
All right. We got DC3 out of Houston. I gotta stop. I got you stopping Berlanga and Pacheco. And how do you feel about a fight with Boo Boo Andre?
Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. No, I feel the same way. I think I would spark both of them. So that's the game plan. I can't wait to get into camp, and I can't wait to fight. So hopefully we can get this deal done. But what was the second part of the question?
would you fight Demetrius Andrade?
Yeah, I mean, if there was some interest in it, you know, if people wanted it, I don't know how much. I don't know what's going on with him. Is he looking at fighting soon or?
Yeah, he's in the gym. And your next question is from Joe Pilot, who's from Providence. He says, "Hey champ, would you fight Boo Boo Andrade at 68? Hope all goes well. Boston." So you see what I'm saying? Andre got some fan base want to get you in the ring with him.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good fight too, man. That'd be a good fight. Uh, I paid attention to him, ever since even the amateurs. I've watched him, move up, and I've watched a lot of his fights. So yeah, that'd be a good fight too. If people are interested in it, man, let's run it. I just want to give the fans great fights.
All right, next one is, you still got time, champ?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
James Benitez in Atlanta. What advice would you give to young fighters who might be facing personal struggles outside the ring? Glad you are back in the big stage. I always thought you were you were a talented fighter.
Man, thank you. Appreciate that. Um, Man, what really saved me and helped me in my life is God. Find your local church, get involved in your church, help people, love people, and I really do feel like that all compounds and is given back. God favors His faithful servants, and your life will flourish. So that'd be my advice to you, and to all young men out there and old.
Amen. Last one is from Marvelous Marv, who says, Marv from Texas, salute champ. Me and my boys call you Make America Great, Trey Mack. Salute emoji, 100 emoji, boxing glove emoji. So no question, all love. That is the last question or statement. So I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. Please let us know when you get anything announced so we could get you back on for the announcement. And thanks for coming on, Trevor. Give out your social media for anybody who isn't following. You can do so.
Man, thank you guys for having me. Always good talking to you, guys. I'm gonna post whenever I get news, so get on my Instagram. It's at Trev Mccumby. Um, yeah, my name on there is. Sorry, my trainer keeps calling me, man. I'm like, hold on, bro. um, so yeah, Trev Mccumby, and then also on Twitter, Trev Mccumby. Uh, Follow those accounts, and I'll be posting news, be posting my upcoming training camp. It'll be good stuff.
All right, Trev, man. Thank you for being a openly vocal, God-fearing man, man. Hopefully these young men do listen to you.
Amen, man. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, spread the word, man. Spread the word.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor